Hello my creative friend, Olga Sabi here and welcome to new fluid art creation process. Today I'm in a mood for the ocean theme, ocean inspired painting and palette. So I continue my series with moody blues. I got quite a few paintings, not with this exact color but with similar. This one is a bit more vibrant, but they all have this very deep, very subtle feel to him. And I just love this color so much. I want to explore it more. And for some lighter colors, I want to use some blues and turquoise and some beautiful silver accents. So this is going to be the flow of my painting. Today I'm working on 24 by 48 inch canvas, and all the colors I mix with my recipe. If you want to learn more about, I invite you to check out my Fluid Art Mastery online course. With that said, let's get started with the process. I want to write my secret message first. Sea breath is a secret message today, and for this size of the canvas I need approximately 40-ish fluid ounces to cover this size of the canvas. So I have my tape tone ready so that when I'm going to be adding the base, I want to tilt it to help it level out so that I don't need to waste too much paint. And if you ever wonder how much paint you need to cover your size of the canvas, check out my acrylic pouring calculator. The link will be also in the description. And let's pour out this beautiful rich blue color. Literally, don't ask why did I just do what I did. I decided to pour out all the paint in one splash. I regret that decision. First of all, I have already wasted some, not too much honestly, this is not that because my tape dome saved me most of that waste, but look at it, I have bubbles. Oh, don't try it at home. Not the best, not the most effective way to add your paint on the canvas. Well, I kind of got most of them, but I probably will need to torch multiple more times to really get them out after tilting. Do a little tilting to help it level out, to prevent any unwanted texture in your base, especially if you're working with a lot of negative space. Okay, the base layer is now done, so now I want to work on my flow. I want to add colors for my flow, and today I feel like working in the landscape layout, and it's gonna be sort of in the center, not exactly because there will be some areas that move in other directions, but for the most part the flow is gonna be centered here, and I really want to keep some negative space top and bottom. Okay, let's get started with the blowout. I'm off to a really good start here. I love all the softness because I used a lot of colors that were somewhat close to each other, but not exactly. So there is a lot of variation in the shades of blue. Some are warmer, some cooler, some are darker, some lighter, some are more saturated, some are less, and it works out quite well. I still want to adjust a lot this composition. I'm just getting started with it, but it's pretty good. Oh, this is so pretty here. It's quite balanced right now, but I want to shift this here a little more. You know, I have been working on this flow and I wanted to create something more playful in the way, something more irregular. So I have been really like playing with some of the shapes, but I also wanted to give it a rhythm because the ocean, it always has its rhythm, or the sea has its rhythm. And I love some parts, I don't love some parts. I love when my white and silver and some other lighter blues blend into a base. I kind of love these smooth transitions. So I think I want to add more of them, but overall I kind of lost the structure. So I want to not start from scratch, but I want to reset a few things. I want to add a bit more bass here and here and just continue blowing and continue creating more of these transitions. It's a bit of a change of plan for me because I wanted to go for that negative space, but at the same time I need to follow my intuition, right? And it tells me to continue doing it because I really love this effect. So I want to add some more base color right here and some more base color right here. Good thing I had quite a bit of it extra. Sometimes it just doesn't work out from the first try, and you know what, it's okay, it happens to all of us. Just I choose to continue going and playing with it and enjoying my process. Adding a bit more silver. Let's keep on going. You know what? I stepped away quite far from my initial idea and the concept, but I love it. There is something really, really neat about this layout and this look, and you know what? It really fits very well. It fits better with the secret name that I put on the canvas underneath the painting, the Sea Breath. I think it definitely has more of a sea breath vibe to it. It's waves, there is also rhythm and motion. You know, I had to change the plan, but I just cannot be happier now. There's so much depth, so much movement. There's something so special about it, and I can't wait to take it even further. So we'll see you in a second for the next stage of this painting creation. Now that the main flow of the painting is complete, I'm adding some embellishments. This step will help me bring back a bit of the structure and contrast that got lost earlier when I shifted my composition during the blowout. And of course, these kind of embellishment also adds the beautiful glowing effect, which I absolutely love. This technique is something I go into in much more details inside the Embellishment Mastery course, where I teach how to use gold, metallics, masking, sprays, and other tools to enhance your fluid artwork without overpowering it. The second part of the enhancement here is all about refinement, and I want to extend a few lines and enhance some of the embellishment work I did earlier and make certain shapes feel more rounded and soft and complete. And these tiny details might seem subtle, but they can make a big difference in how finished and polished your paintings looks at the end. And here is the final result. I have finished it off with a layer of gloss varnish, which really brings out the depth of these blues and adds more contrast and richness to the whole painting. And I've actually been getting a lot of questions about varnish lately. Like, why do sometimes I use gloss, like in this painting, and other times I use satin varnish, like I did in my previous painting. And sometimes I use dual varnish technique, combining both gloss and matte finishes in one artwork. So if you ever wondered what is the difference, or if you struggle to choose the right varnish, the right sheen for your paintings, I put together a free guide that breaks it all down. It's called Gloss versus Satin versus Matte, and in it I explain exactly how I choose the varnish sheen based on the color palette, composition and texture of each of my paintings. You will find the link to this guide in the description. I hope it helps you feel more confident and, of course, intentional about your final touches and choosing the right varnish. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please let me know what you think about my outcome. As always, I would love to hear from you, and I will chat with you in the comments below this video. Take care, create with passion, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.